Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler.
Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
Will get the grab. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Westview High School basketball on LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Lyndon Fry and Dan Byler back at Westview High School as we'll bring you the Wawasee Warrior and Westview Warrior basketball game this afternoon. The Westview Warriors, after losing to Prairie Heights last night, come into this afternoon's game 0-5 on the season. And Wawasee has been hit with the COVID bug, so they've only played one game up to this point as they come in with an 0-1 record. Their loss coming against Manchester, a 2A team, and that was down at Wawasee. That final score was 54-49. So it's 0-5 Westview and 0-1 Wawasee. And this afternoon's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales. Now with two locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christner, and Ryan Yoder. We'll be back to talk more about this afternoon's game, the Battle of the Warriors, Wawasee and Westview, right after this timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Go ahead and play another one if you can.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Back at Westview, Jerry Hosteller with Lyndon Fry and Dan Byler as we're getting set for Westview Lady Warrior basketball this afternoon. Don't forget, coming up tonight, the Westview boys will be matched up with the Northridge Raiders, and that should be a very good ball game. That'll be the boys' second game of the year, coming off a victory against Bethany on Tuesday evening. So we'll bring you that contest too, and that will feature the JV before the varsity. And I believe we have that all lined up, so you'll be able to watch that JV game. It will not be announced, I don't think. Are you planning on it, Lyndon?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything.
No, the boys tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to? Yeah.
Okay, I guess we are then. All right, so that will be available as well right here at LaGwanamedia.com tonight, beginning at 6 o'clock. So we have kind of a doubleheader this afternoon, a day-night doubleheader, I guess you call it, with the girls playing this afternoon and the boys playing tonight. The girls' JV, of course, is still on the COVID break here, so they'll be back in action next Tuesday night right here at Westview against Northridge. Good to have you aboard this afternoon. Kind of a weird year, as everyone knows, and so a lot of these games are getting played in the afternoons and whenever they can fit them in. Wawasee's going to have to be making up 3 games against Fairfield, Lakeland, and Triton. And I think they're going to try to make those up, but they're going to have to try to work them into the schedule somewhere. Both teams are out on the court now. And as I mentioned earlier, the Westview girls coming off a loss last night against Prairie Heights. So they should be ready to go today now, Lyndon.
Yeah,
but,
you would think so. It's going to be interesting to see how much energy they got when they, when they first start, because they just had a game last night, so it's less than 24 hours later, you're right back at it and playing again. Yeah,
even in tournament time, you don't have these kind of games. Usually, if you win like in the sectional round or in the NECC, you're playing the next evening, not the next afternoon. So that'll be interesting. They might be a little bit sore from last night, but they'll loosen up in a hurry, I would think.
Yeah, you would hope so anyways.
Well, let's see if the Lady Warriors on the Westview side can pick up their first win of the season. Of course, the Lady Warriors, under the direction of Matt Carpenter on Wawasee's end, is also looking for their first win as well, but they've only played 1 game. So Westview really had a tough matchup last night with Prairie Heights. And let's see, the final score of that game was 48-27. They did score more points in that game, second most points of the year. 28 was against Lakewood Park, and they scored 27 last night.
And I believe there's a lot of positives that Coach Yoder could take out of that game. There was some, I thought in the beginning they had really good effort. They got really good shots off. So there's just definitely some positives to take away from last night's loss.
The intensity was there, no doubt. Wawasee will start Kennedy White, number 10. Also Becca Smith, number 32. Emily Haynes, number 34. Jada Carter, number 22. And let's see, there's one more out there. Number... which one did I miss? 32? Nope, we got that one.
23 maybe.
23 is Danielle Jenkins. Lady Warriors will start Erica Miller, Andrea Miller, Hallie Mast, Cameron Miller, and also Allie Springer. So now we'll pause for our national anthem. Both teams out on the court. We're ready for the tip-off for this afternoon's game. Good to have you along. Hallie Mast will be jumping up center court. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see the other players down there. There we go. And the tip is controlled by Wawasee. In their dark green uniforms, they almost look black with gold numbers. Shot from way outside is good for a 3 for Emily Haynes to start out this ball game. So Wawasee off to a quick start. That wasn't hardly 10 seconds into the ball game. Quick shot. Andrea Miller brings it up top to Springer. Springer goes right side to Cameron Miller. Now the bounce pass right side to Andrea. Back up top to Erica. The Warriors in a man-to-man, the Wawasee Warriors on defense. With the ball is Andrea Miller. She'll pass it over right side to Allie Springer. Now up top it'll come to Hallie Mast. Now into the hands of Andrea Miller. Has it knocked away. She retrieves it in the backcourt. Recrosses the timeline. And the bounce pass comes left side in the corner to Erica Miller.
They've been very patient this first possession here,
yes,
trying to get a good shot.
Good drive by Hallie. Can't get it to go, but she gets fouled underneath, and she'll go to the charity stripe shooting 2. So good patience, like you said, Lyndon, for Westview offensively on that possession, and we'll see if it'll pay off here if Hallie can hit these 2 free throws.
Exactly, and then that's the one way to break down a man-to-man defense is, you know, being patient with the ball, moving it side to side, making the defense work.
Nothing but net on that first free throw. She'll get 1 more. And that one goes also. So we have a 1-point ball game. 3-2 Wawasee with the basketball. Pass comes left side to Jada Carter. Drives the baseline. Across the lane now. They'll bring it up top. It'll be Kennedy White. And we have a traveling violation on Wawasee. And it'll be a turnover to Westview. 6:27 to go in the first quarter. Andrea Miller walks it up for the Warriors. She's met at half court there by Danielle Jenkins. Ball knocked away, retrieved by Hallie Mast. Now Springer drives. She'll put it up. If it blocked out of bounds, it'll stay in the hands of Westview.
That was another good drive, you know, going down the lane. So they've had a couple looks at a layup, you know, so hopefully it'll go down as the game goes on.
Inbound pass comes to Springer. It's knocked away and stolen. Bringing it out is Emily Haynes, who had the 3-pointer to begin this ball game. Driving down the baseline, Kennedy White looking for the basket. Can't find it. She'll get it out to Jada Carter. Carter left side to Haynes. Now on the baseline, the jumper's in the air. Off the mark, no good. Rebound and a putback won't go by Becca Smith. Another putback's no good, that time by Jada Carter. And it's finally pulled out of there by Erica Miller for Westview. So after all that, it remains a 3-2 ball game, Wawasee. 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. Driving and trying to put it up, and the shot is blocked and a foul's called on Andrea Miller as she drove toward the basket. Inbounding will be Andrea. She'll lob it out front to Hallie Mast. Bounce pass comes left side to Erica Miller. Now back to Andrea. Bounce pass on the back door. Shots up off the baseline. No good by Allie Springer, and back come the Wawasee Warriors. Right side pass goes to Kennedy White. 3-pointer in the air. Banks it in, and that was Danielle Jenkins. So Wawasee with 6 points, all from 3-point land.
They've had good looks and they've been able to knock them down, you know, and the Westview's had really good looks at at layups and have not been able to knock them down. So that's the difference so far.
Once again, that height disadvantage is coming into play here. Long shot from three-point lands, no good by Cameron Miller. Wawasee with the rebound. Jada Carter ditches it inside, knocked away, and coming up with a loose basketball is Erica Miller. Andrea Miller, right side, has it picked off. Good anticipation by Kennedy White. She puts it up, misses. But we have a foul underneath. It'll be a two-shot foul coming for the Lady Warriors of Wawasee. That one's called against Hallie Mast, her first. Team first foul as well for Westview. Wawasee with 2 team fouls. First free toss is good for Jada Carter. Carter, a 5'9" junior. Cameron Miller getting a break. Haley Miller coming in for the first time this afternoon. Second shot is up and good by Jada Carter. Andrea Miller looking at some pressure, and she is fouled on a bump. Kennedy White picks up the foul, her first, team third. Coming out of the ball game is Kennedy White. Coming in is Tate Cowan. Knocked out of bounds on the double team there by Wawasee. So Westview will be inbounding right at center court down in front of us.
And they're dealing with that full court press again, like they were last night against Perry Heights. And I thought they did a really good, really well job against the pressure last night.
Yep, bringing it, breaking that pressure. With the ball is Andrea Miller. She drives it into the paint, puts it up a little bit long, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Danielle Jenkins. She'll take it full court, dishes it off left side to Jada Cowan. Now the long three is up by Haynes, no good. Offensive rebound underneath by Tate Cowan. They'll get it out on the wing, then dish it inside to Lindsay Doss. She'll put it up and score. So Lindsay Doss off the bench for 2, and all of a sudden Wawasee has built an 8-point lead at 10-2. 3:10 to go in the first period. Erica Miller goes left side. Now Hallie Mast. That's Andrea Miller into the lane. She'll dish it off left side to Springer. Her shot won't fall. And it's yanked off the glass by Jada Carter. Underneath, once again, it's Doss. Lindsay Doss puts it in. And now, Coach Ryan Yoder of Westview wants to talk things over with his team. 2:45 to go in the opening quarter. Wawasee 12, Westview 2, back right after this 30-second timeout.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh, friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
Ellie Springer bringing it in for Westview, down by 10, 12-2. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Andrea Miller takes it right side, goes to Hallie Mast, back to Andrea. Now up top to Springer. Springer bounce passes it left side to Hallie. She'll put it up too hard off the glass, and it's chased down but out of bounds. It'll be Wawasee basketball. Good hustle by Andrea Miller.
Yeah, she almost got that offensive rebound there in the corner. And I think down here, Wawasee has been able to use their height to get a couple offensive rebounds and put them right back in. So that's one thing Westview has to deal with all day.
Right, they're dominating the offensive board so far. Wawasee, that is. Three-pointer is going to be no good. Missed everything. And Hallie Mast had her foot on the out-of-bounds line when she grabbed that loose ball, so it'll be a turnover. And Wawasee will be inbounding to the left of their own basket underneath. Inbounding will be Emily Haynes. She'll get it into Cowan, then they'll swing it over right side. Shots up and no good by Danielle Jenkins, and the rebound comes out of there to Westview. With the ball is Andrea Miller out front. She'll take it right side on a dribble, then into the lane, and she is reached in on and fouled. That foul looks like it's going to go against Jenkins.
That's one thing they've done really well is drawing fouls. They've been able to draw a couple fouls, and they only have one against themselves. So that's key, only having 6 players to not get into foul trouble for Coach Yoder.
Right. 4 for Wawasee now. Bounce pass comes in to Cameron Miller. Cameron gets it to Haley, then back to Cameron. Swing it outside now to Springer. Now to Andrea. Springer bounce passes it to Haley. Up top now it'll come to Andrea. Over to Haley. Once again, the Warriors being patient, trying to find the best shot, but another turnover. Grabbed by Lindsay Dawson. She'll hand it off to the guard, Jada Carter. Right side now. It'll go to Tate Cowan. Back to Carter. Carter one dribble and then gets it back to Cowan. Cowan backs it out. 60 seconds now to go in the first quarter. Driving is Emily Haynes. Now the shot's put up and no good by Becca Smith. They'll bring it back out front and set up the offense. Carter off to Haynes. Left side will go to Cowan. Cowan to the free throw line. Fakes the shot, then gives off to Carter. The inside pass goes to Smith. She tries to put it up. Good block by Hallie Mass. Good defense there as Haynes couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, for their size, that was really good post defense there to put, they force a kind of a wild shot there and then come up with the rebound. That's a really good defensive possession for the Warriors.
Yeah, Wawasee had plenty of time, but I don't think the girls saw the clock and they rushed their shot there.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Miller gets Hallie Mass, chases down the loose ball. Quick pass inside to Springer, right back to Hallie with 2 seconds. I don't think she knows how much time's left, and she can't get the shot off in time. Didn't go anyway. So our score after the first 8 minutes of basketball here at Westview in this afternoon contest between the two Lady Warriors teams, Westview and Wawasee. It's Wawasee 12, Westview 2. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Westview with the basketball, inbounding to begin the second quarter. Bounce pass was intended right side to Cameron Miller, and she was cutting toward the basket on the attempted pass there by Allie Springer. So another turnover on Westview. 12-2 is our score. Wawasee with the big lead. Carter, she'll get it to Becca Smith, now to Emily Haynes. Carter up top, goes left side to Becca Smith. Good defense by the Warriors. Bounce pass inside. We have a clear out. Yeah.
Offensive foul on Wawasee there.
Yeah, she hooked the girl defender. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Haley Miller that she fouled. So it's an offensive foul on Wawasee. Yeah, the Warriors get it back. Once again, good defense. Walking it up is Andrea Miller. She'll take it right side down to Erica Miller. Now Haley Miller, or rather Cameron Miller with the ball. Back into Haley. Ball knocked away right into the hands of Lindsay Doss. And now with the basketball, Haynes. Haynes goes to Becca Smith. Her shot's off the mark from the left side. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of Wawasee. Hallie Mast.
Down here on offense, they called a play that we used to run in high school, and there was one missed screen, and that kind of messed up the whole play, you know.
That does. That'll do it. Carter has it knocked away, and coming up with the loose ball was Andrea Miller. Andrea bounce passes it left side to Erica. Tried to get it inside, but it's picked off again by Doss. To Carter. Carter to Haynes. Haynes to Cowan, then out front. Top of the circle will go to Becca Smith. Back to Cowan, rather Carter. Now Cowan. Carter. Carter drives it into the lane and passes it right side, and she's fouled as she passed the ball off. 21, that's Cameron Miller picking up the foul. Kennedy White coming back in for the Lady Warriors of Wawasee. Doss comes to the bench. Receiving inbound pass is Haynes. She tries to drive on Erica Miller. Gets it to Cowan, now to Kennedy White. And we have a traveling violation on Tate Cowan of Wawasee. So once again, Westview will get it back. Ticking down to 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Allie Springer bounce passes it inside. Little jumper in there is good by Cameron Miller.
That was a soft spot in the zone, you know, there, that the middle of the paint. If you can get in there, you're always going to have, for the most part, a wide open shot, and they were able to knock it down.
It's going to be Westview basketball on the turnover on Wawasee. Chance to get it down to a 12-6 lead if we can score here, or with a 3, 12-7. Hallie Mast on the right side. Passes it out on the wing now to Cameron Miller, Erica Miller. They'll swing it all the way around to Hallie Mast. And now Erica Miller. She drives it down to the baseline, loses a handle, but it was knocked out of bounds from behind by Kennedy White.
And it looks like the Wawasee has confused them a little bit. They're playing a 3-2 zone and packing it inside.
Yeah, they're trying to mix it up a little bit to keep us off balance. Erica Miller, left side to Cameron, back to Erica on top of the key. Now the ball stepped in and stolen by Jada Carter. She'll take it down. She puts it up and in. A good strong layup by Jada Carter. The basket counts and she's fouled.
I just think they've been sloppy on a couple passes, and that's led to them getting some easy buckets or easy chances at a bucket here and there.
Yep, it does make a difference. Coming back in is Lindsay Doss. And also back in the lineup is Jada Carter for Wawasee. Coming out, Cowan and also Becca Smith. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Emily Haynes. Driving to the basket now on the pass was Kennedy White, and she hits 2 off the baseline drive. 16-4, Wawasee pressing, and we have a reach-in foul called on White.
I believe that's her second foul.
That's what I have her down for, unofficially.
Sorry guys, we were having some technical difficulties getting out on IHSA TV, so if you want to say something to people about thanks for being patient.
Now we understand that we were having some technical issues with one of our feeds from IHSAA, and so I think that's corrected now, so we're sorry if you're just joining us. 16-4, Wawasee is leading Westview. 4:19 to go in the first half.
It's going out on YouTube the whole time with HSA TV. There it is on those.
Foul was on Jada Carter. That'll be her first. And at the free throw line is Allie Springer. Puts it off the back of the iron, no good, and the rebound comes out to Danielle Jenkins. She brings it up, drives the lane all the way to the basket. She's fouled before the shot, so they'll be taking it out of bounds. Wawasee with 7 fouls. Westview picked up its 4th foul.
And that's, I think, one of the biggest keys for Coach Yoder is not to get into foul trouble.
That's right.
With only 6 players.
Danielle Jenkins between the circles. Bounce passes to the high post left side to Haynes, and it's stolen. Good defense by Westview. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Bringing it up is Cameron Miller. She'll go right side with it to Hallie Mast. Bounce pass right side to Haley Miller. The jumper off the baseline by Springer is no good and chased down out there by Danielle Jenkins, and she took it right out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover on Wawasee. Back into the ball game is Andrea Miller. Coming out is Cameron Miller. And a timeout called, a 30-second. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Back at Westview, that turned into a full timeout. So girls back out on the court, and we're ready to resume action as Allie Springer will trigger it in for the Westview Lady Warriors. She'll get it into Andrea Miller. Andrea takes it right side on the dribble, tries to hit Hallie Mast on the back door, and it's intercepted. Now we have a tie-up. And on the alternating possession, the ball will belong to Wawasee. Emily Haynes will inbound. She gets it into Danielle Jenkins. Jenkins walks it across the 10-second stripe and then gives off to Tate Cowan. Cowan goes left side with it to Jada Carter. Now they'll go with a back door, and Cowan puts it up. She traveled before she went up for the shot. Both teams have multiple turnovers this afternoon. 16-4 is our score. Winding down on the first half of play here. Erica Miller goes to Hallie Mast. Springer, and now Erica Miller. Haley Miller, shot is good. Nice soft touch there by Haley, paid off.
And she looked confident when she was taking the shot. So that's a big part of taking, you know, when you get an open shot, if you're confident, your percentage goes up.
Foul underneath. It's going to be on Westview. Not sure who that went on. I think maybe Haley
Yeah,
Miller.
that's Haley Miller.
First free toss is no good by Lindsay Doss. Back into the lineup is Becca Smith for Wawasee, and coming out of the ball game is Jada Carter. Doss, one more free throw coming her way, and she hits that one. She has 5 points now for the Lady Warriors of Wawasee. 17-6, 2:45 to go in the first half. Erica Miller to Springer. They'll swing it around right side of Hallie Maston. Back out front, it'll come to Haley Miller. Has it knocked away and stolen. Trying to ting it the length of the court as Haynes can't get it to drop. But the putback is up and good by Jenkins, and she's fouled. So Jenkins will go to the free throw line. She has 5 points after that, after converting on that layup. So she'll have 1 free throw coming her way. And her shot short off the front of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Smith. She can't get it to go, but she goes up over the back as she went up for the offensive board. So she'll be whistled for the foul. And we'll come to the other end as Westview's in the bonus. Ellie Springer will be at the free throw line. 18 fouls on Wawasee and 16 fouls on Westview. Shots up, no good. Rebound to Wawasee. 2:22 to go in the first half. Pass inside. Good pass from Carter inside to Lindsay Doss.
Wawasee's done a really good job of running the floor to get those layups on,
right,
on maybe in loose ball turnovers or something like that.
Shot by Erica Miller misses, and it goes out of bounds, so Wawasee has it back. The ball, Cowan, she'll go up top to Emily Haynes. Long 3 in the air is no good. Tipped around, we have a whistle and a foul again. This time it's gonna go against Doss.
And Westview's done a really good job lately of boxing out. Yeah. And they've drawn 2 or 3 fouls lately and just boxing out, even though they're a lot shorter than the other team. They've done really good at that.
Getting close to double bonus time. 9 fouls now on Wawasee. Hallie Mast at the free throw line. Shots up, no good. Somebody, it was Danielle Jenkins stepped into the lane early, so she'll get another try at that bonus. And that one doesn't go. Rebounds pulled out by Jada Carter. She'll bounce pass it right side to Jenkins, who drives toward the basket, loses it. The basketball picked up by Haynes. Haynes inside to Becca Smith. She'll put it up, missed the shot, but she'll go to the free throw line shooting a 2. And that foul, I believe, is on, was it Andrea Miller?
I think it was on Mast. I think they said 31.
31?
Yep.
Okay. Smith hits her first free throw. She'll get 1 more. 22-6. Misses that one, and the rebound is pulled down by Haley Miller. Double dribble on Erica Miller, so it'll be a turnover on Westview, and we'll bring it back the other way. Carter gets it inbounded to Danielle Jenkins. Now she'll get it to Cowan. Right back to Carter. Carter goes left side to Danielle Jenkins. Minute 20 to go in the first half. Wawasee's Lady Warriors with a commanding lead, 22-6. Driving down the lane, and we have another traveling violation on Wawasee. With the basketball is Erica Miller into the lane, now down to Haley Miller underneath. She's double teamed and has it batted away by Becca Smith. Carter puts it up, misses an easy layup, and is pulled down by Haley Miller.
You got fortunate on that layup there.
with the basketball, Cameron Miller. Out front it'll come to Erica Miller. Erica bounce passes it to Haley on the wing. Ball knocked away, retrieved by Andrea Miller. She'll get it back to Haley, left wing this time. 20 seconds to go down the half. Ball loose on the court, and it's stolen away, picked up by Emily Haynes. Quickly up to Carter. Jada Carter gets it out front now to Haynes. Back to Carter. 5 seconds to go in the half. Emily Haynes with it, and time expires without a shot getting off. So we played 16 minutes of basketball now in this afternoon contest between Wawasee and Westview's Lady Warriors. Our score at halftime, Wawasee 22 and Westview 6. Be back to take a look at halftime scoring right after this 2-minute timeout.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
All right, so with the scoring here at halftime, Wawasee ahead of Westview at 22-6. The Wawasee Lady Warriors, they were led by 5'10" junior Lindsay Doss. She had 7 points. Next was a 5'5" senior Danielle Jenkins. She had 5 points. And then 5'9" junior Jenna Carter. She had 4 points. And then it was Emily Hayes, 5'8" junior. She had 3 points for the Warriors. Kennedy White had 2 points. She's a 5'9" junior. And then Becca Smith, a 5'10" junior, had 1 point for a total of 22 points in the half. So they had a really balanced first half of scoring. And then for the Westview Lady Warriors, they had 3 players score 2 points. Cameron Miller, a 5'1" sophomore, had 2 points. Haley Miller, a 5'8" junior, had 2 points. And a 5'7" senior, Hallie Mass, had 2 points as well. Those were in the first quarter for Mass.
It was we had a bit of a problem getting going tonight, or this afternoon, I should say.
So he did a little better in the second period. Only got outscored by 6. It's 4-10, but that first period getting down 10 points by the end of the first quarter is not a great way to start a game.
Exactly. And yet last night they had a couple threes drop for him early in the game, and you could see building confidence. And I have him down as only shooting 1 3 so far in the game. So it might be something that Coach Yoder's been, wanting to work on with this group, just to try to drive, because they had some really, really strong drives in the first half.
Yeah. And I'll have to confess, I missed a good part of that. We were having some troubles getting out on the IHSAA TV stream for some reason, and it's going out fine on YouTube. So I really apologize for those of you that are on the IHSA stream. But I think it's all good now. I do want to remind folks that Westview has opted to not put the games behind a paywall right now. We had found out that if we were going to use the service to put it behind a paywall, only 60% of the money comes back to the school, or back to us and then to the school. And we elected instead to make it a by donation thing, and then we'll just pass it all on to the school. All that's coming out of it is what PayPal takes out for processing payments. So about 97% of what you donate. If you have already purchased a season ticket or anything like that, don't feel obligated to donate when you watch, but anyone else, we would encourage you to go to LaGwanamedia.com. On our homepage, right below the boys team photo, there's a donate button. All you got to do is click on that, and then you'll have options of using your PayPal account or a credit card, and just go ahead and pay what you would have paid to get in anyway, because the school is unable to collect the kind of funds they normally do, since no fans are being allowed, or very few fans are being allowed in. So what do you think for the second half, Lyndon?
I think if you're Westview and you're Coach Yoder, you want to come out, you want to just see a lot of improvement. I mean, you only have 6 players, so it's very tough. But I think if you can, see improvements from first half to second half adjustments, I think that's a big positive with a young team like he has that doesn't have much experience, and him being a new coach trying to get his system. You want to see those halftime adjustments as the game goes on.
Right. And I'm pretty sure his philosophy right now has got to be he's working on building all season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's one of those. Yeah, you're not coming back with a loaded squad that already knows all the plays and everything. It's everything's new. So.
And I've seen him a couple times today during the game. When he subs, he's talking to the player that he subbed out. I've seen him teach defense down there, so you can see that he's trying to, mold into what he wants his teams to play, or what he wants his team to look like as the season goes on.
Right. So, see, looking ahead, they'll be playing again. Is it Tuesday night? They'll be playing Northridge here, and we'll have that game on the air. And I when I talked to Coach Ryan, was it last night? I think he just said I think on Tuesday, by then Tuesday he'll have some of his players back. So I believe there will actually be a junior varsity contest, and then the varsity to follow. And maybe you guys talked about this earlier while I was trying to get things fixed. But we will have that contest on the air. We will at least stream the video for the JV game. I'm not sure if we'll have any audio with it or not, but any of those that want to watch, if there's grandparents and aunts and uncles that can't come in, you should be able to at least watch the game online here.
Yep.
Well, we'll take a quick break here again, and then we'll come back for second half action.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Furrup May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Furrup May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May. licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at FurupMayFuneralHome.com.
Okay, we're back at Westview. Getting ready for the second half, and I'll turn it over to Lyndon Fry for play-by-play in the second half. Lyndon, take it away.
All right, Westview gets the ball to start the second half. They have the starters back out on the floor for them. It'd be Andrea Miller bringing the ball across for the Warriors. She goes over to the right side, drives down the lane, over to Mass. They swing the ball around to Cameron, over to Andrea Miller. She drives, gives the ball to, and it's over to Cameron Miller in the corner, back up top to Mass. Back in the corner to Andrea Miller, back up top to Springer. She gives it off to Hallie Mass. She drives down the lane. Her shot is blocked. And the Wawasee gets the ball. But there's a double dribble, so Westview gets the ball back on the turnover.
I think Carter stopped up there, wanted to pass, and she couldn't find anybody to pass to, so she put it back on the floor. She knew right away what she did. But they came out in a 2-3 zone to start out the second half.
Mass with the ball up top. She goes to Erica Miller. Free throw line. Back to Mass. She thought about the three.
Yeah, she should have taken that. She
That
was
was a
wide
open shot. She'll take the one in the corner. It is just off the rim. And the Wawasee brings the ball back the other way. That was Carter. She was fouled on the layup, but she'll get 2 shots.
Erica Miller picked up the foul for Westview. Carter, Wawasee has been fast breaking a lot. Whenever they get a chance, they get it up the court in a hurry.
And yep, she is almost always leading the fast break. Her free throw is no good. Off the side of the iron. She'll get one more shot. It's on its way, and this one is good. She has 5 points on the day now. So this is Westview in the corner to Cameron Miller, up top to Erica Miller. She goes inside. They lose the ball, but get it back to Andrea Miller. Erica Miller with the ball. She drives down the lane, passes it to Springer, back to Mash. Looking for a teammate. She finds Erica Miller on the baseline. She dribbles up top, drives to the free throw line. She gives it off to Cameron Miller. Her 15-footer is good. It's her 4th point of the day for Cameron. Wawasee back. This is up top to Jenkins. She goes to White, and she puts up a 10-footer, and it's good.
Nice move by Kennedy White. Nice athletic move down the lane.
Sometimes when you do a spin move like that, you lose control, and you have a, you either have a travel or a wild shot, and she was under control the whole time.
Called the offensive, or they called the foul on Cameron Miller. Boy, she got bowled over.
I think he's saying she wasn't there in time.
Wow, it looked like she had position, but maybe not.
Coach Yoder's not very happy about that.
I know that Cameron
I just watched it on the replay, and she was set. She got clocked and got foul called on her both.
Yeah, and she got the bad end of the situation.
Yes, she did.
This is a 10-foot jump shot by White, and it is no good, but they get the offensive rebound. The putback no good by Haynes. No, believe.
Offensive foul that time.
Yeah, Smith over the top.
And that's got to be the 3rd or 4th foul that they've had that Westview's drawn. That's been an over the back, boxing out. And that's been a really good sign. It has to be for Coach Yoder.
Yeah, our girls are getting in position.
This is Erica Miller. She goes over to Mass, back to Eric on top of the key, over to Cameron. Corner to Mass. They swing the ball back up top to Andrea. Over to Erica. She drives down and has her shot deflected. And they call a foul on Mass of Westview.
And that's not great news. That's at least the third.
Yeah, I have it down as a third foul on her.
Hallie Miller comes in immediately for Mast.
So bringing the ball up for the Wawasee Warriors will be Jenkins. She goes over to Carter. Carter drives baseline. And, the jump ball, that's good defense by the Warriors. They've had a couple of those where they've been able to jump on the ball like that. But Wawasee will get the ball. Inbounding for the Wawasee Warriors will be Carter. She gets it into Jenkins. She dribbles top of the key. She gives it back to Carter, up to Cowan. She goes back to Haynes, over to Carter. She drives, gives it to Jenkins. She drives down the lane, passes it outside to Cowan. She gives it up to Haynes, top of the key. She dribbles, goes to the Carter. Down low to Doss. And they call
like another offensive foul.
That's the second one, I believe, on Doss they've called today where she hooked.
Yeah, Doss picked one up in the first half the same way.
So bringing the ball up for the Warriors will be Andrea Miller. She drives down the lane. And we have a jump ball. And I believe Westview will get the ball back on, underneath their own basket. I thought they might do it on the side here. It would be Andrea Miller inbounding on the right side of the, or left side of the basket here.
Having trouble getting it in. Finally did.
Inside, and that is Hallie Miller. She has a turnaround jump shot, and it's good.
Good strong move by Haley. Stayed with it.
Jenkins' layup is no good. Rebounded by Cameron Miller for the Warriors. Andrea Miller brings the ball up for the Warriors. She drives down the lane, gives it up to Cameron. Back outside to Haley Miller. To Erica, she drives. And brings it out to Andrea. She goes right off the screen, down the lane, loses a ball, but right there to pick it up is Erica Miller. No, that's Erica Miller with a jump shot from the free throw. That was a really good jump shot there. Her first points of the game.
Love how they're driving just very aggressively into the, just going right into the defenders. And they're not getting rattled when they have two players that are, have 5-6 inches on them, both on her,
exactly.
And they're still just going strong. So
because that can be very intimidating when you're driving against someone and they're towering 6 inches taller than you. But to be, they've showed patience, and if the drive's not there, they're able to kick it to a teammate for a shot.
We didn't see that so much against Bethany in that first game we did earlier in the week, but last night and today they're being very aggressive for our size. We're really getting inside. And being tough.
And before the game, I said something to you about Wawasee has 6 players that are 5'8" or taller, and Westview's tallest player is 5'8".
Right, right.
So bringing the ball up for the Wawasee Warriors is Cowan. She drives to the left, back to the right. She goes to Jenkins, down to the corner to Smith. She goes up top to White, and they go to the corner to Jenkins. Up top to Cowan again. Back to White. She drives baseline, gives it off to Doss. Her shot is no good, but offensive rebound put back good for Jenkins.
So even with that, we're winning this quarter right now, 5-6. But
well, that's a positive.
So up top, it's Erica Miller for the Warriors. She gives it up to Haley Miller. She goes over to Hallie Springer. Baseline to Mass. She drives baseline. Her layup is good, and the foul.
Oh, nice move by Hallie.
Really strong drive, a baseline drive there.
Poor official can't figure out what number
Carter. Yeah, 22 Carter.
So if you're Coach Yoder, I think you have to be really happy with the way they've come out at halftime and the way they've played.
Definitely, yeah.
So Mass with a free throw here. It's no good.
Good block out there by Wawasee.
And they're running down the floor. Jenkins. Back to Cowan in the corner to Jenkins inside to Doss. Her shot is stripped. Almost had the steal there by Erica Miller.
Just ripped it out of her hands, but then she couldn't hold on to it.
Erica at 5'2", and Lindsay Doss is 5'10".
So Wawasee has the ball underneath. Cowan to inbound. She brings it into White. She drives baseline, brings it back out. She goes up top to Jenkins. She drives down the lane, and she is fouled. So go on Erica Miller.
Is that her third now as well?
I believe that's her third. So they got 2 players with 3 fouls for Westview.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Wawasee coach, Matt Carpenter, has a question, and I'm not sure whether it's on clock or the fouls or what's going on.
I believe it's on that last foul down here when they didn't know who to call it on. That's what
they call it on somebody that wasn't even out there or something, or I'm not sure.
I think they gave it to 22, and I'm not sure if Carter's even out there right now. Yeah. So
inbound it.
I think that was the problem.
Yeah. That's why they were talking to the scoreboard. Shot no good by Jenkins, and again an offensive foul.
Over the back.
Yep.
They've had a lot of
Smith,
those.
I think.
Yep.
Haley Miller must have got whacked in the nose. She keeps rubbing at it, hoping there's no blood there.
So bringing the ball up for the Warriors is Andrea Miller. She crosses the timeline. She drives down the lane, gives it up.
Hit their shoe. Yeah.
I thought today Andrea's done a really good job of handling the pressure that's been applied by Wawasee. She's done a really good job with that.
Now 22 is fine.
Yeah,
that works.
Westview turns the ball off over on the inbounds play. So here comes Wawasee. This is Hayes. She gives it inside to Smith. Back out to Haynes in the corner to White. They go over, swing it over to Carter. She drives and gives it up to White. Back up top to Cowan. And back to Haynes. She gives it up to Carter. She drives, passes it out to Cowan. Her shot from just inside the 3-point line is no good.
Nice box out again.
Yes, they've done really well at that today. This is a corner 3-pointer by Erica Miller, just rims out. Actually, I think they called that a deep 2 there. For the Wawasee Warriors, that was White with a layup that missed. And they get the offensive rebound and miss a 3. And the putback on the offensive rebound by Smith is good.
They're getting multiple offensive rebounds, and that's just their size superiority today. They call an offensive foul. I guess, yeah, it's on Westview. Didn't see who they called it on.
I called it on Allie Springer.
Oh, okay.
30 seconds left in the third quarter, so you think Wawasee is going to wait and try to get the final shot of the quarter here. This is Carter bringing the ball up. She goes over to Cowan, top of the key. Back to, that's Haynes on top of the key. She goes back to White, into Cowan. She drives baseline. 10 seconds left. Up to Carter. She drives the free throw line. Back there goes White, and that's no good. We get a shot off at the, just before the hand by Smith. It looks like she might get a couple of free throws.
Couple of free throws all by herself. Those are always fun, right? Linda, did you ever have an opportunity to do that?
I don't think I had. Well, I might have had one early, like in a JV game, and those are way different compared to you know, when there's someone there, you know everyone's watching
right,
you. You know?
Right. A little intimidating.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the second one they got.
So we played 3 quarters now. Wawasee leading 30-15 over Westview. We'll be back with the 4th quarter right after this 1-minute timeout.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Welcome back to Westview High School. The start of the 4th quarter here between the Battle of the Warriors. And Wawasee will get the ball to start the 4th quarter. Inbounding for them is Carter to Cowan. She'll bring it across the timeline. She goes back to Carter. He's up top. She goes to White. She lobs it inside to Carter, but she lost control. Spins around, and her layup is good.
Carter with 7. She's looked really good.
Yep. So the Warriors come back the other way. That is Eric. We call a foul on Cowan. This time she's running through the screen. And you've seen Westview in the second half. They've done that a couple times where they set that screen on the top of the key to try to free up Andrea Miller. She brings the ball across.
Good defense again.
Just double checked with the girls' statistician, my son, and he said he thinks that might be the first quarter we've won this year.
Wow, that's great.
The free throw is no good by Cameron Miller. So bringing the ball back is White. She goes to Cowan. She gives it up to Carter, back to Haynes. She drives, gives it up to Carter. She drives inside, passes out to Cowan. She has a shot in the lane, and it is good. That's Cowan's first point of the game. She's been playing really good on defense for the Wawasee Warriors. So Westview with the ball is topped to Andrea Miller. Andrea Miller, she has a 15-footer. Bounces off the rim, no good. Good shot, though.
They get good shots, they're just not falling.
So driving baseline for him. Wawasee was White, and she was fouled by 25. That's Springer. I believe that's her 3rd foul as well.
Okay, it must be catching. That's the second official I've seen do that. He called it on 52.
Well, if you look down there, I think all of, or at least 2 of them have been officiating for quite a while, and I bet it is hard to break that habit. Because you used to use just one hand.
Just use one hand,
right?
And then you got to stop and think about, because you have to do it backwards for yourself.
Well, like you said a little bit ago, Dan, you have 4 down there, and you have 40, so you can't do a 0-4, or they're going to think it's number 4 that picked up.
Kennedy White was able to hit both of her free throws. Driving down the lane was Andrea Miller, and she is fouled. It's another strong drive by Westview. They've had a lot of those today in the game. I think that's one aspect that they've done really well at today.
Well, that time he did just use one hand, so we were safe. It was 4.
Yeah, that's one occasion where you don't have to use more than one.
So free throw is no good by Andrea Miller. So Wawasee gets the rebound. Bringing it up for them is Cowan. She gives it up to Haynes. She looks inside, but no one there. They give it out to White. She goes in the corner to Cameron. Her shot's no good, but the steal on the rebound, White puts it back up for the Wawasee Warriors. I thought Westview had the rebound for a second, and they got it taken right out of their hands. This is Mass for Westview. She drives down the layup, her lane, and her layup is no good. And Wawasee with the ball.
Whoops.
Oh, double dribble.
Got a little ahead of herself there.
Well, the thing of it is, she kept playing, just right on playing, and that's what you got to do, because sometimes the official's like, did I really see that?
Yeah, did that really happen?
And it's in one of those situations where you get caught in the kind of no man's land if you want to pass it or keep dribbling.
And the thing of it is, if you pick up the ball and admit it, then they're certainly going to call it. But if you just keep going like it's supposed to be, you might get away with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I just did find out that we did win another quarter against Lakewood Park. We outscored them 10-9 in the second quarter. So, but it's been pretty rare this year. So I'd call that a big win, though, against this tall of a team and everything.
Exactly. And that's what I thought. I thought one of our keys would be coming out of halftime, seeing how they adjust to it. You know, and they played a really good third quarter, but now here in the fourth quarter, they've been outscored 8-0. So.
Wawasee has stepped it up a notch, and they don't have as many turnovers as they were having early in the contest.
So this is Andrea with the ball up top. She gets a screen. She drives down the lane. Gives it up to Mass. She drives down the lane. She's fouled. Oh, they call it on the floor. I thought she was going up for the shot there.
But that was that again? Doss again, though?
Yep, Doss. I believe that's 4.
That's what I show. Oh, no, that's 5.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Of course, he did try to call it on 04 again.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I shouldn't be poking fun at him, because I imagine that's... I've never tried doing it. That's got to be confusing to do it backwards.
Yep.
So Mass will get it to 2 free throws. Are they doing 1 and 1?
Yeah, they said it was on the floor.
Well, her first free throw is good, so she'll get a second one here.
And we'd missed the front end of the 2 previous 1-and-1s.
Her second one is on the way and is good as well. So Wawasee brings the ball back the other way. This is Jenkins over to Cowan. She looks down low to get the ball inside, but there's no one there. She gives it back to White. Back to Cowan. They swing it around the top. This is Jenkins with the ball. She drives down the lane, puts it up. No good. Offensive rebound by Smith. And we have a jump ball.
Some of those taller girls are getting a little frustrated with it. Every time they bring the ball down, they got 2 or 3 pairs of hands snatching at the ball.
And that's what Westview has to do. If they bring the ball down, you got to be ready to tie them up and try to get possession of it. This is Erica. They swing it around to Mass in the corner to Andrea. She dribbles up top, gives it up to Mass. They swing it over to Erica Miller. She looks inside to Springer, back out to Mass, over to Erica. Inside, the ball bounces around, but comes to Cameron Miller, off to Mass. And they call a travel on Mass.
Hallie had a good move, but she took one extra step.
One extra. It was like a half a step there, kind of.
Right.
So for the Wawasee, here's Shepard. She, I believe, is in for the first time. She's a 5'3" freshman. This is White with the ball. Looking for a teammate, and Westview bats it. Some good defense, active hands there to knock the ball out of bounds, but Wawasee will get the ball underneath their own basket. This is Cowan. She inbounds it to Shepard. She swings it over to Jenkins. She drives baseline. And the Warriors tie up the ball there. Jump ball. Wawasee will retain possession.
That's still half a turnover each time.
Exactly. Exactly. Next time you know you're getting the ball. This is Jenkins with the ball. She gives it up to Shepard. Back to Cowan, over to Jenkins, into Smith, or White, Kennedy White. She gives it inside to Smith. Her shot is good from the post. Wawasee coming back, or Westview coming back the other way. This is Erica Miller. She gives it up to Mass, down to Andrea Miller in the corner. Back to Erica. She looks inside, nothing there. She gives it up to Springer. Cross courts it to Hallie, or Mass. She drives down the lane again. Her shot no good. Tried to get the offensive rebound, just wasn't tall enough, and Wawasee comes back the other way, and they miss a layup by Jenkins. This is Andrea Miller with a 15-footer. It's no good. And Wawasee with a rebound. But Mass is able to tip it, and it'll go out of bounds off of Westview.
Thought it almost looked like after she tipped it that the Wawasee player touched it too, but it was one of those.
Yeah, it was a quick play there. I thought it was close as well. So bringing the ball up for Wawasee is Haynes. She brings it across the timeline over to Shepard. Back up top to Carter, over to White, in the corner to Haynes. Up top to Shepard again, to Carter. She drives to the free throw line, back out to White. She goes up top to Shepard, back to Haynes. She drives down the lane. She kicks it back out to Carter. Carter drives down, kicks it out to Haynes. They swing it around to White. Top of the key to Shepard. And that is Jada Carter. She got a little bit ahead of herself and feet moving too fast.
Shuffled her feet.
So inbounding for the Warriors will be Springer. She gets it into Andrea Miller. She'll bring the ball across for the Warriors. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. Corner to Springer, inside to Hallie Mass.
She had the shot.
Yeah, she couldn't believe how wide open she was. She was expecting someone to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wide open. I don't think there was anyone within 3 feet of her anyway. She'll get a couple free throws. I think they're in double bonus from here on out. Closer. Or I guess.
Yeah, I think they. Yeah.
Mass first free throw is no good.
The only points we've gotten this quarter has been from the free throw line.
Checking out for the Warriors is number 21, Cameron Miller. Mass second free throw is on the way. It is no good as well off the back iron again. So back come the Wawasee Warriors. They go inside to Haynes, back to White. She drives down the lane, and her layup is good. That's Kennedy White. So back come the Warriors. Westview bringing it across the timeline. That is Andrea Miller. She goes to Hallie Miller. Back to Mass in the corner to Andrea. Back up top to Erica. She drives inside. Gives it up to Andrea. Cross court to Mass. Fakes the three. Swing around to Andrea. This is Springer. Mass back to Andrea Miller. She gives it up to Erica. Corner to Mass. Back up to Erica. She drives baseline, kicks it out. She gives it up to Hallie Miller. Back to Mass. She fakes the three. Gives it up to Andrea Miller. Approaching a minute left in the fourth quarter here. It's Erica Miller with the ball at top of the key. She dribbles, looking for a teammate. She finds Hallie Miller. She gives it back to Erica Miller. And we're under a minute here in the fourth quarter. Over to Mass. Corner to Erica Miller, inside to Hallie Miller, and she got ahead of herself and is called for a travel.
Yeah, I think if she'd have just thrown that ball up there, they'd called a foul. But
Probably, yeah, she took that step. Yep.
Yeah, one of those, like you said, she got ahead of herself, committed herself to jumping, and then
when she saw the hands up there, she didn't want to put up the shot. Wawasee, top of the key. This is Haynes with the ball. Up top to White. Over to Shepard. Back to Carter. It looks like they're just going to be patient, maybe just run the clock out. Up top to 42. So back to White. Under 20 seconds left here. I don't have a 42 in the game for Wawasee. I'm not sure who that. Maybe someone
Must
new.
have pulled her off the JV. Yeah, she's not on our roster.
This is Carter, and it looks like she's just going to dribble the clock out. There's under 5 seconds left. And there's the final score here at Westview is Wawasee 42, Westview 17.
And before we take our break here, come back with stats and scoring, I'd like to thank this afternoon's sponsors of today's ball game. Our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in a Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our broad sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or you can call them at 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christner, and Ryan Yoder. And Dan and Lyndon will be back to wrap up this ball game with stats and scoring right after this timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
We're back here in Emmatown. Just finished up the game between the Warriors and Wawasee came out ahead. They moved to 1-2 for the season, and Westview picked up another loss. Really looking forward to getting more of the crew back starting Tuesday, and for the Northridge game, hopefully have some more girls on the squad, so you're not having to play with just 6 girls. Overall tonight, Westview did, I guess, the win for them out of this is they did win the third quarter 9-8. but they got outscored 2-12 twice. First in the first quarter, and then again in the fourth quarter, and then got outscored 4-10 in the second quarter. So halftime score, they were down 6-22, but like I said, they outscored them 9-8, and got 15-30 at the end of the third quarter. And do you have totals there for the Wawasee players?
I believe so. There was one, I was missing a 2-point bucket, but I believe it was Emily Haynes that got that one. So I can go quickly over those. They were led by Kennedy White. She had 8 points. And then next they had 3 players with 7 points, being Jada Carter, Danielle Jenkins, and Lindsay Doss. I thought Lindsay had a really good second half there in the post, even though she ended up fouling out. She had a couple plays on the inside that were really impactful. And then Becca Smith had 6 points for the Wawasee Warriors. Emily Haynes had 5. And then to round them out was Tate Cowan. She had 2 points for the Wawasee Warriors. And then for Westview, they were led by Haley Mass. She had 6 points, 5 points for Haley Miller, 4 points for Cameron Miller, and 2 points for Erica Miller. And like Dan said, I thought they came out at halftime really strong. So Coach Yoder has to be pleased with that third quarter, the way they played. You know, just if that's a positive, at least it's one positive for them today.
Well, and I guess the other thing is, you know, they come out strong, they play hard, they know what they're doing, but again, they've got one sub, so they're playing almost the whole time, and so that just makes it hard to keep that intensity up throughout, you know, through the end of the game. And so it could be sort of like they gave it all they had in the third quarter, and sort of got gassed a little bit there in the fourth quarter, and then Wawasee took off again.
And I mean, they come off a game where they played just less than 24 hours ago against Perry Heights, so to come back in less than 24 hours and play another game with only 6 players.
With only 6 again. So yeah, so this is that's the third game this week. 6 players. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's we'll wrap that up for tonight, for this afternoon. We will be back on the air this evening. The plan is to actually, Lyndon and I will be doing the JV game, providing some audio, see how that goes this evening. And then, of course, Jerry and Jamie will be doing the game, the varsity game after that. So when the boys take on Northridge, and I believe the JV contest starts at 6. Is it 6 or 6:30? 6 o'clock. So we'll probably go on the air just a little bit before that, maybe about 5:45. All right. I want to thank all our sponsors, and thanks to Jerry and Lyndon to do the play-by-play, and Jeremy Anderson running the equipment for this afternoon, and Chris Mast on the camera. We'll see you all later.